who's down pretty bad there. Couldn't play last week. It's good to see him back out there, Jack, tonight, as the Grizzlies dearly missed him last week. Couldn't find any separation, running routes or anything, and he's one of those guys where even if he doesn't have a lot of separation, you throw the ball, chances are Barrett's going to come down with it. So it's nice to have a guy like that on your team.
Yeah, thank you for being patient with me, trying to get our live stream going here best we can. Yeah, certainly Barrett Heston, if we had him, would we have beat Winfield? Who knows?
Yeah.
But it is a big piece to have on your offense, literally and physically, because he is our leading receiver from last year back on the team, one of Aaron's favorite targets. Whenever you have your best receiver, then it makes everyone else's job easier. So here we go. Labette County taking on Pittsburgh, trying to beat the Dragons for the first time in history. Sounds silly to say that, but it is true. Back to return for Labette County, Deontay Fields and Nolan Nash. Labette County is going to work the AstroTurf right to left.
Kicking for the Dragons would be a big 99 here. I don't have a number for him. Good looking boot here. It's going to be towards right around the 10-yard line. It's going to be fielded by Nash.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
They're like 5th or 6th play. So if Labette County wants to take a shot, they're able to here.
Give up the middle. Jamal has the first down near the purple P. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Labette County at the 46-yard line of their own.
Yeah, they just kind of just found an open gap there in the middle. Good blocking initially, able to pick up that first. Just what Labette County needed to keep this drive going. And right now, Labette County's marching down the field. Close to the 47-yard line, I believe, is where they're at. Wiring the shotgun. Motion man is Stevens.
1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. Pittsburgh nearly jumped again. This one was almost intercepted, but Michael Reed with a catch after the tipped pass by Pittsburgh. And Labette County's, he should have just batted it down.
Yeah.
It'll be 2nd down and 20 for Labette County. Michael saw an opportunity, and he took it.
Yeah, Wire's going to have to, something he's not really used to. We haven't really played a D-line that likes to get those hands up in those passing lanes. Wire's going to have to do, his best, job finding a way to whip the ball around him, change the arm angle a little bit there to get the ball to his guys.
Wyrick snaps, quick pass right, caught by Nash 35. One blocker, that's Heston. Gains a few, tripped up, goes down. 3rd and 18 for the team in white. That's your Grizzlies.
If you're Labette County, don't be too aggressive here. Just pick up what you can and just punt the ball away. You try to throw something down the field, turn it over on a pick or something, you're not doing yourself any favors. Try to stem the tide, the momentum the Dragons have right now.
7:05 first quarter. They go for the first down. Too high for Kagan Bates. Pretty ball, just too high for the shorter receiver. If it was caught, it might have still been a little short, but the idea was there.
Yeah, Wyrick's, he's kind of struggled in that area, that intermediate area, with keeping the ball too high. We saw it last week. I believe one was intercepted because it was too high on that pick 6. So he's going to have to continue to work to try to get that ball level a little bit lower, at the risk of getting some of those batted balls and stuff, but it's got to happen.
Perhaps some bad memories there for Wyrick on that pass, having some tipped already. Nash is going to have to tuck another punt, but he gets it off. It's going to land at the 32 of Pitt, bounce back, and go out of bounds near the 35. So Nash, boy, the snap was a little high again, but not high enough to perhaps keep him from punting that initially. Nolan tucked it and then got it off.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got enough of the, chewings now to know he's got to get that ball off his foot. He did it. We saw first week he threw a nice ball off the right side, I believe the Fields or whatever. He tried it, and then last week that, got stopped at his own 5. So this week's like, I'm going to try to punt it this time. And it wasn't really that bad of a punt on the move. Good rugby-style kick there from Nash.
Yeah, that had to happen because that puts Pitt back on this side of the 50 at least, as Nicholson, the quarterback, gets across the 40. On a quarterback keeper to the right side, pickup of 6, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, so I don't know how Labette County has this set up defensively, how they're going to do these reads, because you got to stay, fundamentally sound, your keys. So, back when I play or whatever, but outside backers, quarterback, corner, and safety is going to be the pitch guy. Right there, we saw Black play more towards the running back.
Yeah.
Making Nicholson keep the ball there, so we'll see how that one's going to play out for the rest of this game. Or not, it was just a miscue by Black. 2nd
down and short for Pittsburgh. Nicholson takes the snap, gives it up the middle. Lot of room. Out to the 30, to the 25, to the 15, to the 5. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and that's the problem with this veer. You get a guy his size, and he just hits the line so hard, and he's right there so quickly. Your backers don't have a chance. They see all this motion going on. All this, we'll say smoke and mirror or whatever, and then here comes, big 34, Nate Mitchell just running right at you.
It looked like Derrick Henry on that run, to be honest. He was flying, but it looked like he was moving really slow, but he was not.
Yeah, it's just the size, He just covered some ground, but, it didn't look very smooth. Let's put it that way.
Good back, hard to bring down. He'll be tough tonight. Nate Mitchell on the touchdown for Pittsburgh. 5:59 first quarter. Extra point almost blocked off that left edge, but it is good for Pittsburgh. Again, no identification on their kicker. 14-0 Purple Dragons. 5:59 first quarter. Back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
They had an okay drive that was stalled near midfield, so there are positives to take away, but Labette County has yet to get a snap off in Pittsburgh territory as Armando Rueda, the kicker for Pittsburgh, is set to kick it away. Ball teed up at the 40 on their side of the field. He'll put his mighty right foot upon the pigskin, favor the right side of the field. It's caught, fumbled by Nash. Ball on the deck. Everyone flies on it. Pittsburgh claims they have it.
Oh, my God.
They do.
Yep, just another mistake you can't afford to make in this game. I was about to say, Jack, 14-0, you're not, down this ball game. This same matchup a couple years ago, it's 14-0 after the first. All of a sudden it was 14-12 halfway through the third quarter. So it's like you're still feeling each other out really here early on. So far, Pittsburgh's had the advantage, but Labette County, you're not out of it. But this can really hurt here, Jack.
The turnover count is Labette County 2, Pittsburgh 0. And coming in, Labette County, if they wanted to win, at max could have 1 turnover.
Yeah,
and Pittsburgh had to have 4.
Yeah, now, who knows? Maybe we can force a turnover here and kind of negate one of those, but you'd like to see, Labette County play a little bit cleaner here early on, especially.
The controllables.
Yeah.
The controllables. 1st and 10 Pittsburgh at the Labette County 23-yard line. Again, it's AstroTurf.
And this is some of the prettiest turf you're going to find here in the SEK or even across the state of Kansas. I will stand on that. This is a very nice field. I believe Mammoth Turf is the company that does this. Major Gerards as well. So they do a pretty nice job, and Pittsburgh's the beneficiary of it. So it's a nice surface to play on here.
Team in purple breaks their huddle. That's Pittsburgh. Again, quarterback tonight, Carson Nicholson. The back right behind him is Stone Peary. And then the halfback behind him is Connor Profit. Boy, what a duo is that. 7 down linemen for Pitt. The snap, Nicholson. The give up the middle, Peary. Bounds around the outside tackles to the right and gains about 8, although it didn't quite feel like it.
Yeah, no, they attacked that C gap there right next to that tackle over there. There's a big, huge gap there, created by that right tackle for the Dragons. I didn't get a number, but it was a decently sized gap, and they're hitting the hole so hard. It's like just bam, 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 and there's not much you can do if you're Labette County there. We're in a 3-4 set right now. We brought Barrett up. He's playing outside backer, and we have Jarman, or Black, the other one. The 2 middle backers tonight are going to be – actually, hold up, Jack. I could be lying.
5:20 first quarter. Pittsburgh snaps wide open across the middle. Offset to the left just a little is Tanner Ramage, and he'll score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boy, they're a mighty clean team. Coach Price talked about it before in pregame. They're not going to make a mistake. They're not. They do the things right, and you can see it.
Yeah, he's just wide open up the seam on the left side. We're in a 53, so we're playing 5 down actually is what it is. But, yeah, right now it's all Dragons, nothing working for Labette County here. Got to see some fight out of them to keep this game competitive.
Labette County almost sniffs out another extra point off of the foot of Rueda, but he'll pound it through again. 21-0 Pittsburgh, 5 minutes first quarter. Back in a minute with Grizzly football.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during Couples Court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKCradio.com.
Jamal Jackson with a good return on this kick from Rueda. We've seen too many kicks from Armando Rueda, the Purple Dragon, tonight. It's 21-0 Pittsburgh, 5:06 first quarter. We did have a late penalty fly in from the near judge. Again, this field, unlike many where we play, runs east-west horizontally. So,
yeah, they're going to have to get some ice ready for Rueda's foot coming into halftime at this rate. 5 minutes left here in the first quarter, and there's already been 3 scores. Kick the ball off to start the game as well. Labette County needs to clean up the mistakes now, otherwise this could get pretty ugly pretty quick.
And if, in case you're just joining us and wonder why John said mistakes, Labette County had an interception. Again, not necessarily Aaron Wyrick's fault. Ball was tipped by a lineman and caught by a lineman on the second play of the game, and then a muffed kickoff on the last drive. Wyrick claps and takes the snap, pitch to the right. Jamal Jackson cuts it inside, has room, gets to the secondary pile, drives a Purple Dragon. First down, Grizzlies. Cortland Jones had a great dose of Jamal Jackson, and I'll change my tone a little bit because Jones is injured at the 30-yard line. Now he stands up. Hopefully Jones was just shaken up, but Jamal Jackson let him have it. We hope Jones is okay on the near sideline.
Yeah, he just ran right over Jones, ran right through his face, and that's one of those plays where it's like, okay, we know who we got now. We know who came to play. As Jamal, we knew coming in this season, last season, he's that guy. He's going to be your go-to guy. And when you need some momentum, he's going to be the one to give you that spark, as we saw right there.
1st and 10, Labette County at their own 36-yard line after a good drive by Jackson. Wyrick digs his fingers into the pigskin. Jackson one-hand snatch. Good yardage out to the 40, maybe 39. Gain of 3 for Jamal Jackson, as I could be wrong.
Yeah,
but I think that's Jamal's first reception of the year. Coach Price talked about pregame in his interview with Pitt High's radio man that Jamal has yet to catch a pass, unless I misinterpreted what he was saying. 2nd down and 6, a give to Jamal. Ball is on the turf. He'll fall on it, so Labette County keeps it, but it'll be 3rd down and about 7 for Labette County.
As the way the Dragons are reacting here, this one's going to go on Labette County here. Another personal foul against this team who's been stricken with a couple of those penalties so far this year. Hate to see that, especially when you're down 3 scores in this game. Yeah, as you're saying, it's not for a lack of ability either. As you saw there, Jamal caught it one-handed. It's just been how the game's flowed and what his role has become that's really dictated him not having a catch so far. Yeah. He tried earlier. It was tipped up in the air, and we saw Michael Reed catch the ball. It was just a little swing route out there. This time, Wyrick was able to whip it around 14 of the Dragons and get it to Jackson.
Yeah, Aaron, going through especially what I feel like is a very, very tough Labette County schedule. Very tough. He's going to learn a lot, and I feel like he's learned a lot while still playing good football and staying, for the most part, mistake-free. He hasn't just slopped his way through this learning experience. He's played his way through it and done a good job. Wyrick takes a snap. Jackson, a little zone up the middle. Started left, cut it back right. Gain of just 1, so it's going to be 4th and 23 for Labette County after a taunting penalty on the play before.
Yeah, despite the minimal gain there, he did a nice job of staying in front of, inside of Reed, and I believe it was Hayward that pulled as well. He did a nice job of cutting back in and staying behind those guys, negating the loss there.
They're going to go for it. Wyrick takes the snap, pressured, hit, sacked.
I believe
Parker Pinamani on the sack.
Yeah, he just came right through Hoppus, I believe, up the middle. Just got beat right off the line of scrimmage, and Wyrick had no chance. He looked up, and there was a purple jersey in his face. And as a result, now Pittsburgh's going to have the ball at the Labette County 17-yard line, I believe is where it's marked at.
2nd time they've gotten the football tonight in Labette County's red zone.
I don't know if I would have went for it there. I understand you're kind of getting, your butt kicked a little bit, but it's first quarter here, stuff could still go. Now it just feels like you're giving Pittsburgh a chance to score pretty quick.
3:26 first quarter, 21-0 Pitt. Same set for Pittsburgh as Coach Price is about 8 yards onto the field, standing at the 23, talking to the white hat.
Ooh, He may have thought that it was third down here, Jack. I think he was coming out here showing a 3 or whatever. So that's what Labette County was under the pressure. I wasn't keeping track.
I wonder if Coach Price mistook, because after I believe the refs are correct here, because after the taunting penalty, they kept it second down instead of third. I could be wrong. I'll have to look back. But maybe Coach Price, or what threw off everything was the taunting penalty. Was it loss of down, or did it stay second down after the taunting penalty? He is livid.
Yeah, and as you should be, if you're getting told something different by an official over there, and then you go for it on what turns out to be a fourth down, I'd be pretty upset as a coach too, because you're under the false, assumption that's a different down. And as a result, Pittsburgh has the ball at your own, 19, 18-yard line here, so.
We cannot tell in our live stream what down it was after the taunting penalty, but I thought I remember the ref keeping it second down.
Play action
Nicholson
here.
Pressured by 3 Grizzlies. Barrett Heston, Chris Stevens, Michael Reed, a pass way too high, but Nicholson was decked by Michael Reed on the far side.
Yeah, and that's, that's just what's going to happen when you roll out there and you're getting pursued. He had a shot at a man in the back of the end zone there. I believe it was number 1, Cooper Vaughn, had he got the ball a little bit down. It is hard as a righty going to the left, and he kind of floated it as he had to, because, there was several Grizzly, defenders right in front of Vaughn. But, yeah, he took a big shot there from Reed.
Labette County really hasn't had an opportunity like that, where 3-4 guys are in pursuit in the open field. 2nd and 10, Pittsburgh, 3:15 first quarter. They lead Labette 21-0. Nicholson takes the snap. Give up the middle as Nicholson falls after handing it off. Peary is lassoed to the ground. Forward progress gives him a gain of 2. 3rd and 8 for the Pitt on the Labette County 12-yard line.
Huge down here for the Grizzlies. I don't know if they're going to bring – what was the name we said? Rueda,
their kicker.
Yeah, Rueda. I don't know if we'll see him come out and kick a field goal. They may do it here. If it's right on like this, but – depending on this play, we could see 4-down territory here for the Dragons.
I would love for Pittsburgh to have the decision between going for it and a field goal, because that means it would be 4th down. Labette County's corners showing a bit of cushion. The snap goes on the deck. Labette County thinks they have it. Matthew Jarman says they do. They do! Labette County creates Pittsburgh's first turnover of the contest.
Yeah, and they're going to need a couple more of those. Labette County desperately needing to find a way to put some points on the board here as this clock keeps winding down, getting close to the start of the second here. With only 2:31 left.
21-0 Pittsburgh committed their first crime, at least in their eyes, of the ball game. Turnover number 1 off a fumbled snap. 2nd week in a row when Labette County has benefited from a mishandled snap and retrieved the fumble. 1st and 10 Grizzlies at their own 13-yard line. They've had more success as the game has gone on, but with that success offensively has come Pittsburgh points on the defensive side. Jackson with a lot of room, right side, into the second level, out to the 21-yard line, 2nd and short approaching.
Yeah, Jamal is doing his best job to carry this Grizzly offense right now. I don't want to use that term again, but right now it's really been Jamal that's been moving the chains for these Grizzlies. O-line's done a pretty good job up front as well in the running. Wise, as of late, last drive they really turned it up a little bit. Saw Labette County get a couple first downs.
Wyrick will take the pigskin. Jackson left side comes out wide beyond the left hash, has his legs swept out from underneath him, and then is hit on top. On the tackle for Pittsburgh was Cooper Vaughn and Jamarcus Davis. No gain for Jamal, maybe 1 yard, maybe. 3rd down and 1 for Labette County. 1:40 first quarter, down 21-0.
Yeah, as tough as Jamal is, you don't want to just rely on Jamal, every single snap here. You don't want to run your best player into the ground here. We'll have to see how Labette County is going to manage that aspect of it, as he has taken some pretty good lookings here early on.
Wyrick, shotgun. Jackson to his left. Jamal up the middle, swept to the ground, loss of 2.5. 4th and 3 for Labette County. it feels just like the same play over and over again, and not that that's a bad thing, but Pittsburgh dialed in on it by the time we ran it the fourth time.
Yeah, this time it looked like it was just a trap play up the middle. Just big 53 there for the Dragons. Just shed the block pretty quick and was there and make the play. It was Kane C., a junior linebacker there. So he's able to get off his block pretty quick and make a play in the backfield here. See Nash with another punting opportunity.
Nash back near the 7-yard line of his own. Bradley Black in motion. Good snap this time, and Nash is going to get off a good punt. Fair caught at the 47-yard line, and Pittsburgh will have field to work with. Another flag is going to fly kind of in the middle of the field where some players were kind of awaiting what the Pittsburgh punt returner was going to do. A flag flew in the middle of that. We'll see who this one's on. A hold on Pittsburgh. That'll back them up maybe on the negative side of the 50. 1st and 10 Purple Dragons moving left to right. 31 seconds first quarter. They lead 21-0. At the end of the first quarter in Independence, Kansas, I believe that's where it's at tonight, Fort Scott leads the Bulldogs 6-0.
Yeah, and another thing to note is that Labette County's, they're still 0-0 in league play. So everything they want still in front of them as far as acquiring a SEK championship, that sort of thing. So it's always nice to go play these tougher teams early on, like a Winfield, like a Pittsburgh, and iron out the kinks of your team.
I don't know who's had a tougher schedule in the league. I mean, at Winfield, at Pitt in weeks 2 and 3, that's tough. Good run for Pittsburgh, out across the 50.
Nash.
First down, good run from Malcolm Riley.
Nash able to trip him up there, does a nice job of breaking down. That's just our thing about Pittsburgh. They have enough size, enough athleticism in that size where they can run, between Nichols and Mitchell, those two big fullbacks there in this flex bone set.
First down and 10 Pittsburgh. Ball is in the middle of the purple turf that creates the purple letter P at center field. Both teams walk to their sidelines as the clock melts to triple zeros. 21-0 at the end of the first quarter from Pittsburgh, Kansas. Labette County with work to do on the road if they want to knock off Pittsburgh. Back in a minute with Grizzly football.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed in high speed.
Pittsburgh with a delayed handoff up the middle into the gut of Stone Peary, wearing number 24. A few bodies slow to get up, but nobody looks hampered. Roper Whitley in there on the action. 2nd down and 5 for the Purple Dragons, moving right to left now after the flip in field. They're going to be moving into a touch of a northeast breeze. Play action to the left. Pretty. Caught at the 35. Cutting it inside and brought down by Camden Good is the receiver Mason Derringer. 1st and 10 Pittsburgh at the Labette County 30-yard line at the start of the second quarter.
Yeah, good ball there from Nicholson. I believe Derringer out there working on Jarman. Ran a nice little out route, squared Jarman up, made his cut. Jarman unable to keep up there.
Nicholson under center, just one back behind him. Play action again. Riley going for the end zone. He has a man open. Perfect ball. Caught. Touchdown. Connor Profit, TD for Pittsburgh.
Profit runs right past Nash here, who has his eyes in that backfield. He saw Derringer run out there in that motion. I believe there's a back as well out there. Malcolm Riley maybe is who I saw, but he saw those two eligible receivers there, and he didn't catch Profit out of the side of his eye until it was too late. Ran a nice, pretty post route, and we saw the athleticism there of Profit.
Rueda on to kick for Pittsburgh for, I believe, his 5th time tonight. Labette County is going to block a point after at some point tonight, but not that time. Almost got it again. 28-0 Pittsburgh, 11 minutes, second quarter. We'll keep it here and thank a few sponsors for making tonight's game possible. As I get our sponsors pulled up, what makes it difficult, I feel like, each week is Labette County faces such diverse offenses. Against Parsons, we made them one-dimensional. Against Winfield and tonight, it's been hard to make them one-dimensional.
Yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh, they have the players to really come out. If they want to run spread on you, they're going to run spread. If they want to run power football, what we've seen, throughout most of the night, they're able to do that. Play action game's been working as well. And that's, that's the benefit of a dual threat guy like Nicholson under center, as well as, having playmakers on the outside as well as on the interior. I mean, Pittsburgh's just a really good football team that Labette County's facing tonight. I don't think you're going to find a hole on this Pittsburgh team. They have the size to match people up front, have the athleticism in the back end to keep up with people as well.
A few sponsors are Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Tank Connection, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray, and Labette Bank. In Independence, it's Fort Scott 14, Independence 8 with 5 minutes left in the first half. And I got word that no pass has been thrown in that game. It's been all rushes in Fort Scott versus Independence tonight.
Football's not going forward there. It's traveling back in time.
The game between Independence and Labette County, even Fort Scott, are going to be dandies. Very winnable games for all teams involved. Here's a high kick from Rueda, caught in the chest of Deontay Fields. He runs backwards.
Finds the edge.
He does find a bit of an edge and gets back to where he caught it near the 23. 1st and 10 Grizzlies with the wind at their back, going to move left to right.
You kind of hold your breath there as Deontay Fields is a pretty high runner. He keeps his pad level pretty high there. And that opens you up to some pretty big lickings, some hits. You open yourself up to a lot more, physical contact there when you run as high as he does with that pad level. Somehow may just find a way to get off the edge, shrug off a, tackle to, to end up with a solid return there. As we kind of, open for something here as the Grizzlies find themselves down 4 scores, 28-0 here.
You can try to think about how to get back in it, but you can't get back in it unless you focus on this play and then the next one. 1st and 10 Grizzlies, it's a pass, a straight drop back for Wyrick. He'll go deep left, pretty ball, barely overthrown, incomplete, looking for Barrett Heston.
Yeah, there may have been a chance there, obviously hindsight, who knows if number 2, the safety there, Jones is able to, track it down in time or whatever. But the way that it ended up, it looked like, a yard back maybe. Barrett would have been catching that on the run and taking it all the way. Certainly a good-looking throw there. I didn't count the yardage there, but Wyrick showing off the arm there.
2nd down and 10, a run for Jamal up the middle, gets across the initial point of attack and gets out to the 45-yard line, and a late flag flies.
Caller, I believe.
Good run from Jamal Jackson and great blocking up front from Labette County's offensive line. Up there, Lucas Hayward, John Broadwell, Mason Hoppus, Michael Reed.
Yeah, combined, this O-line doesn't have to block, all that great, but they did there. And when you have an explosive back like, Jackson, it makes your job, a little bit easier as a lineman. At least, I don't know where I'm going with this, but, linemen appreciate when they have a back who can, create, make a man miss and that sort of thing. That's what I'm kind of getting at here.
Wyatt Kepley also plays on the offensive line as well. As that penalty was on Pittsburgh, Labette County with momentum moving left to right. They hurry up to the ball, snap it. Jackson, right side, cuts it in. Not quite. Brought down firmly for a gain of nothing. Stone Peary on the tackle.
Yeah, Peary does a nice job shedding that block by Broadwell. It was just a stretch play out to the right side. You're doing that, you're hoping to create some horizontal, you're moving horizontal, hoping to create some lanes. And Peary right there does a nice job shedding the block and putting an end to that play.
2nd down and 10 yards to go for the Grizzlies. Clock approaches 10 minutes in the second quarter. Labette County down 28-0. Jamal Jackson, left side, is going to be bottled up. Again, a gain of nothing. 3rd down and 10.
I didn't know if that was meant to be a draw or what happened there. Pittsburgh got pretty good push up front initially, so that's kind of what's like, is this a draw? All right, wait, big 3rd down here for the Grizzlies. Have a big play from Jamal off that trap play. You don't want this drive to stall here.
A lot of momentum on this drive has now been halted at a 3rd down and 11 at the Pittsburgh 39-yard line. Wyrick takes a few steps forward, says something to the offensive line, takes the snap. Pitt brings heat. Wyrick gets it off left side, caught by Bates, tries to fall forward, tries to turn his legs, gets the 1st down. What an effort by Kagan Bates.
Yeah, good job by Wyrick. He has pressure coming to both sides. Both those outside backers are coming. He has 6, 7 guys coming at him. He hangs in the pocket, makes a nice, throw over to the Bates on the out route. Bates does a nice job getting open, and then we just see the heart. He may not be the biggest guy physically, but man, he's going to show you. He's going to show you what he's got right there. We saw him drive through a couple of Dragons for the 1st down.
9-10 first quarter, 28-0 Pittsburgh, but a nice Labette County drive being constructed brick by brick here. 2 receivers left. Wyrick pitches it. Jackson right side on a toss. Stood up, nowhere to go. Loss of a couple. 2nd down and long.
That's just smart line play, defensive line play by Parker Piemonte there. Flowing instantly to the edge as soon as he sees that toss play, forcing Jamal to try to, split that gap there. This Dragon line has shown, not only physically that they're up to par, but that, IQ-wise, they're up there as well.
4-3 front for Pitt. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Wyrick snap. Jackson tried to get in front.
Good tackle.
Of the front 7 for Pittsburgh, but was wrapped up. To explain John's reaction there, inside the interior for Pittsburgh on that gain of maybe 1 is Stone Peary yet again. One of the better players we'll see this year. Stone Peary and Profit for them, Connor Profit, are 2 fantastic football players.
Yeah, not a lot of guys are going to tackle Jamal Jackson one-on-one, especially right in there.
3rd and long, left to right. Snap for Wyrick. Left side Jackson in the flats. Gets across 1, and then the 2nd Purple Dragon brings him down. See, simple play, but gained 5, 6, and now it's 4th and manageable. That's a good 1st or 2nd down play to run, in my opinion.
Yeah, and this is going to be a little bit different than that 3rd down conversion we saw earlier. I don't expect Pittsburgh to send any pressure here. We saw Labette County beat it earlier. I think they're just going to set back and make Wyrick have to, make a good throw here into coverage.
4th down and 8, 7:15 second quarter here in Pittsburgh. Wyrick on 4th down, pressured right, hit as he throws, and the ball flops to the ground incomplete. He was looking deep left, I think, to the end zone, but he was hit as he threw it. Turnover on downs.
I'm not sure about that. I think there's a guy in the middle. He's maybe trying to get to it late, but it wasn't bad protection, initially. Wyrick's just got to kind of, find a way to get that ball a little bit quicker there. You can kind of go both ways there. Maybe, O-line holds up a little longer. He has more time, but tough break there for Labette County after, a really productive drive there. Marched the ball all the way down inside the 30-yard line of the Dragons.
It was a nice drive for Labette County, and they were trying to have a productive drive earlier, and then they had a penalty, and then they had a tipped ball that was caught by one of our linemen that ended up in a loss of 10 yards. So they've done better things. Camden Good on the near side, giving 15 yards to his receiver at the cornerback position.
Counter.
Pittsburgh will keep it on the ground, however, and Roper Whitley's going to track down and push out of bounds the carrying Purple Dragon Mason Derringer, but not before he picks up the first down, gain of about 14.
That's just a filthy run play there. You've run that motion all day long, and wherever that motion's going, it's bent to that side. You dig this out of the playbook, and you run a counter to the backside. There are 2 or 3 linemen in front of him and only 1 or 2 Grizzly defenders there. It could have been broken for a bit bigger out there, maybe all the way. I don't want to go that far, but good-looking play from the Dragons.
First down and 10, Pittsburgh. Only seen a few throws, but they're coming off of a drive where Nicholson threw a long touchdown pass. Here's one out to the left in the flats, and a great open field tackle by Camden Good. The recipient of the pass was Danny Durden. Camden Good has done a great job as cornerback this season.
Yeah, outside of the one play, against Parsons, hey, good. But, don't want to bring that up. He's done a tremendous job tackling. That's what I've really been impressed with, as a sophomore coming out there against these guys that are physically, supposed to be so much bigger and stronger than you're just wrapping up and making plays out there on the edge. It's really a benefit, for your defense to have a guy like that on the boundary.
2nd and 7. Pittsburgh, 7 down lineman. Pitch play left. Nicholson will follow him and block. Camden Good in there again. Call him Camden Great. 3rd down and 6 for Pittsburgh here, moving right to left, as there was a fellow Grizzly in there too, Cole Stevens or Matthew Jarman, one or the other, but Camden Good was the main person on that tackle.
Yeah, and, Grizzlies have done a nice job of developing secondary players, attribute that to the coaching, staff, and all that, and these kids working hard at it every day. Camden Good is the beneficiary of this right there. As we saw, he made a nice tackle there, played smart, stayed on the edge, waited for him to make his move, and then made the play.
5:45 second quarter, 28-0 Pitt, 3rd and 5 for Pittsburgh. They take the snap, good protection. Now
pressure.
Chris Stevens closes in. There a flag flies as Nicholson's going to roll out left and then walk out of bounds at the 50.
Yeah, you don't want to run behind him. You don't want to run behind a guy like Nicholson there. Reed got sucked in on that inside there, obviously he's back there running around a little bit. Couldn't maintain containment there, and thankfully, I believe for the Grizzlies' sake, there's going to be a penalty there as, I don't know if it's a blocked back or holding or whatever. Reed ended up on the ground. He got up clapping when he seen that flag pop up, though. Grizzlies catching a break.
It will be 3rd down and quite long for Pittsburgh with 5:30 left in the half. 28-0 Pittsburgh. Great turnout here on homecoming night, really, and a lot of Labette County fans, too, across from us to the south, as this is one of the few times this season where our backs will be to the north as the field runs east to west, as the lights are on and the sun has all but set here in Pittsburgh, Kansas. Slight breeze coming out of the east just a little bit, but we feel no breeze in this small press box with no air conditioning and no opened windows. Nicholson rolls out right, turns and throws to the opposite side of the field, back to the left. Good, misses on a tough tackle.
I believe.
Yeah, that was good on the initial attempt, and then Barrett Heston shoved out.
That was a brave attempt there by Good.
Cole Hayden was the pass catcher there, 4th and short.
Yeah, screenplay, that big 75. Trayman Wesley out there, Good was running like a missile out there, managed to get around the edge and attempt to make a tackle. Almost made it.
Camden Good reminds me of Ethan Jamison from the tackle standpoint.
Oh, yeah. The length, he's just really long limbs. He's brave. I don't know if I would have ran that hard if I ever see a big guy like that running out there on the screen. Good play by Good.
Big play here for Pittsburgh. 4th down and 3 on their own 40. If Labette gets a stop, they're in good field position to close out the half, and Pittsburgh's going to call a timeout. We'll go ahead and step aside for 30 seconds and then thank some sponsors on KLKC.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore. Parsons, Kansas.
Fans, as Labette County trails Pittsburgh 28-0, but there's a big play coming up here out of the John hopefully will stay with us here a little bit longer tonight, as we need Labette County's defense to not choke on their water and get this fourth down stop and then try to go pound it in before the end of the second quarter here.
We're alive and breathing still. I didn't drown there, so it's good news.
Your eyes are watering, though, or is that sweat? I'm dripping sweat.
It's probably sweat.
I don't sweat that much, but it is hot in here. Okay, 4th down and 3. Labette County has a defender hustling to get off the field. Wow, after a timeout, and they do. Snap, give to the right, first down, great play. Way into the secondary, big saving tackle, Jamal Jackson at the 44. It'll be 1st and 10 Pittsburgh at the Labette County 44, but Jamal Jackson swept out the legs of the ball carrier Profit on potentially a touchdown-saving effort.
Different set there for that counter, or at least a different-looking counter play there, still with the same effect.
Option to the right, Nicholson keeps it, bounds inside the right hash, gains about 8. Great run from the quarterback wearing purple. 4:47, the clock approaching the 4.5-minute mark, first half.
Good pursuit from Stevens and Michael Reed there to make the play. Another big 3rd down on this drive. Grizzlies need to find a way to get off the field here.
2nd and 2, under center Nicholson, 2 left, ball in the middle of the field. Caught, Ramage, first down Pitt, all the way down to the Grizzly 25. Need a stop before half.
And Nash kind of made a awkward-looking tackle there. Good to see him get up. His helmet was flat down. You hate to see that kind of a tackle being made there, but Grizzlies able to make the play there. Dragons still on the march, though.
We're approaching about 52 minutes of playtime tonight here in Pittsburgh as Jarman gets through. Here's a pass to the end zone. A jump ball is caught. What an effort by Profit in the end zone, as it was Caleb Jarman on the pressure, but that was quite the catch by Connor Profit. Wow.
Yeah, good direction by Nicholson. Out there on the move, tells his guy Profit, go deeper, go deeper. Fields, kind of lost him there for a second. Thought he may have had a chance to get back in time to make a play there, just unable to do so. Fields has to find a way to steal with Profit there, and prevent a touchdown if he's able to. He can't get lost looking at Nicholson on the move.
34-0 Pittsburgh, 4:03.
Jarman's
first
almost
half.
blocked a couple of those.
Caleb Jarman has almost blocked 5 PA attempts tonight. I mean, I'm telling you, if he didn't clip his fingernails last night, he would have at least 3 kicking blocks tonight. Anyways, 35-0 Pittsburgh after Rueda boots it through. 4 minutes, second quarter, back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
My name is Bria and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along.
Beta set to boot it to our Grizzlies, who will have 4 minutes to work the turf before halftime. They trail 35-0. Homecoming night here at Pittsburgh. All the Purple Dragons on the sideline hoist their helmet in the air like an army ready for battle, as Labette County's going to fumble another kickoff here. Caleb Jarman. And it'll be Labette County's ball as they recover at the 27-yard line.
Lost his footing and just clanged off his face mask. I'm sorry, I'm not making Oh, it's just funny when stuff like that happens. Sorry. Apologize. Able to recover it, though, so good news for the Grizzlies there. Still not bad field position, though. You know, you're at the 28. So good starting position here for the Grizzlies to work with. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry, folks. Jarman, if you're listening, I apologize. I just thought it was very funny. Yeah, the Dragons have been very physical up front. They've made the plays when they needed to on third downs, third and fourth downs. They've gotten off the field, and that's been the difference between, this Grizzly squad and this, Dragon squad. You got to move the ball. You got to find a way to convert these third downs if you want to have a chance of clawing your way back into this game.
It looks like Labette County's going to call a timeout before they begin, hopefully a touchdown drive here before halftime. That'll give us a few moments to thank some more sponsors, including Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Vollmer Cement Finishing, Wood Insurance Center, USD 506, The Corner Store, Olson Ace Hardware, and SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister. Labette County has shown signs of offensive life over a handful of their last 15-20 plays from scrimmage, but their drives, whenever they've come to a stop, they've come to a screeching stop. So hopefully Labette County on this possession can continue some of that success into the third and fourth downs should they get to them. 1st and 10 left to right. Good fake run here. Pass across the middle. That was beautiful. Caught by Jamal far sideline. Drug down from behind at the 35. That was absolute poetry from Labette County's offense right there.
I don't want to sound like a hater, or a critic or anything. Had that ball been a little bit further ahead, I mean, it's still good ball, good play. Big play there for the Grizzlies. Had it been on the run, Jamal may not have been caught there by the defender. I believe that was Perry on the tackle. Not a lot of guys are going to catch, Jackson on the move.
340. Big play action pass there to Jamal Jackson, who's caught 2 passes tonight. They're going to give Jamal another feed to the right. A lot of room to the 25, and then a flag flies back near the line of scrimmage. That's never a good sign, but a good run.
Into the play, too. It's like if it's going to the the right side and you're all the way here on this left side, like, do you really need to be making a concerted effort or make that block there,
when it's so far from the play, right? It is a hold on Labette County as Barrett Heston, Kagan Bates, and the arsenal of receivers trot back on the field for Labette County in place of Dylan Johnson, who's done a good job on the line tonight, and Bradley Black.
Yeah, really. I mean, the edges have been pretty sealed up for Jamal to run around, so far tonight. I've been really impressed by the work these tackles, in this H-back and Stevens and Black and Johnson have done a tremendous job of getting up and making those hero blocks on those backers as well.
1st down and 20 for the Grizzlies. 35-0 Pittsburgh. 3:30 second quarter. Drive open with a good play action pass from Wyrick to Jamal Jackson on the far sideline. 4 receivers split out left and right. Bates on the catch at the 40. Jabs right, shimmies forward, and gains about 3 or 4 yards worth of effort again. 3rd down and 12 for the Grizzlies.
Yep, just taking what they're giving them there, Bates has played with a lot of room so far tonight with those safeties so far back for these Dragons. Just pitch and catch there, able to get this to a more manageable 2nd and about 12.
It is 2nd and 12. Barrett Heston is the wide out to the right. On him is the Purple Dragon, Connor Profit, who snatched an amazing touchdown catch on Pitt's last drive. Purple Dragons jump, and they're going to call it. So Labette County's gotten Pittsburgh to jump twice tonight, and this was big. I mean, it was just 1st and 20, and now it's 2nd down and 7 for Labette County with 2:44 left in the half. Let's go punch this in here.
Yeah, punch this in here. Maybe, you get a stop as well, and able to punch another one in. And, entering half, best case scenario, I believe it's going to have to be, 35-14. You don't want to go in the half down 3 scores, but it's, best case scenario, you're only down 3 scores,
Wyrick looks to his coaching staff wearing gray tops and black shorts. Some coaches wearing hats as the sun has set. Wyrick throws it to the right. Pretty ball, but short of Nolan Nash, incomplete. 3rd down and 7. Labette County has 2 downs to get 7 yards and hopefully continue this effort.
Maybe a little miscommunication there as far as the depth on the route there. I don't know. Is there just going to be illegal hands to the face here? This one could go on Labette County. On those on the Dragons here. Labette County's going to catch a break. I don't know if this is an automatic first or it's going to be 2nd and short here.
14-8, Fort Scott over Independence at halftime.
Goodness gracious, I didn't realize it was that far of a penalty. Hands to the face. 15-yard penalty there for the Grizzlies.
It'll be 1st down and 10 for Labette County down to the Pittsburgh 17-yard line with 2:27 left in the half.
Single safety high.
Labette County's played better offense as of late. A give. Jackson, right side, hit by multiple Purple Dragons. In there on the finishing blow was Stone Peary, and around the legs of Jamal Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, Jackson's
might have been Pinamani.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Jackson so far. Not his patient running. He's waited, and then he finally, tried to make a move inside there behind the pulling guard and Hayward. Hayward's done a really nice job moving around, pulling as well. So he was driving back. I believe that was 75, who we saw earlier tip the ball to start things off for the Dragons, Treeman Wesley.
Timeout, Coach Price. Labette County moving the pigskin. Only 16 more yards to go. Minute 56, first half. Back in 30 seconds from Pittsburgh.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
We have resorted to drastic measures within the confines of the press box here at Pittsburgh High School, or middle school rather, but at the football field, as Caleb McKee, our cameraman, has began opening and shutting the door very fast to try to create a wind flow in here for me and John, as we are cooking like lobster in here. Play action pass, Wyrick pressured from the front and dumped on the effort for Pittsburgh. Good play. The linebacker, DeMarcus Party.
Yeah, it looked like, Wyrick was going to attempt to roll out to his left and just, as we mentioned, was that Fern? Was that Beck Fern? Linebacker there on the play? Jack, who did you say made the play there? Either way, purple.
DeMarcus Party.
Yeah, Party right in the face of Wyrick there as he was trying to move, as Heston's going to have to come off for a second and equipment malfunction or something. Here is honorable trot number 2 for the Grizzlies, making an appearance is going to be Caden Blackledge. Seen him a couple, games so far this year.
105 second quarter, 35-0. Pittsburgh in front of Labette County. Another drive that's been stalled out to a long 3rd down. 3rd and 18. Wyrick, better pocket, throws across the middle, tipped by the left fingertips of Kagan Bates, and then tumbles incomplete underneath the goalpost in the middle of the end zone. And
this ball a little bit more, catchable, a little bit lower. Wyrick's been selling those balls. They're trying to attack, that single safety with the post, hoping he'll float one way. Had a chance there, kind of split. There's a little triangle, is what I want to call it, between those two backers, and that safety is where he's trying to fit that ball in. Just too high and behind Bates there. Managed to get a hand on it, though. Or in front, I should say.
4th and 18 for Labette County. Trying to put points on the board here before halftime. Low snap for Wyrick, going for the end zone. Heston one-on-one, tipped.
Did he make the play?
Barrett Heston makes the catch.
Oh, my, Jack, that may have been the single greatest catch I've ever seen on a high school football field.
Of course, 2 flags fly after the play.
Oh,
but what a catch by Barrett Heston.
That play warranted that excessive celebration, I believe, is what they're going to get, because he got up and he spiked the ball. What a play by Barrett Heston.
Labette County scored on their last play of the first half 2 years ago here on this field, and they just did it again. I don't think this negates the touchdown, so it's 35-6 Pittsburgh, and these penalties are going to be on Labette County. All signs are pointing towards just that. Coach Price comes out to the 30-yard line and walks out about 8 yards onto the field and is demanding an explanation from the man in the white hat.
That is, I don't know, as an official, if you see a play like the caliber Barrett Heston, I may have just let that one slide, I'm going to be honest, because it wasn't disrespectful or taunting, the other team. It's like you're excited, you just, made the play, da-na-na, da-na-na. You made a Sports Center top 10 play. You got to get up and spike the ball. Like, I'm sorry, Mr. White Hat, but
as I don't know, the penalty might be enforced on the kickoff.
I think that's where it's going to be.
As Fernando Rivera, first appearance from Rivera tonight, just booted it through perfectly. 35-7, Labette County on 4th and 18. Takes a 50-50 ball to Barrett Heston, and he looked it right in the eyes and said, "This is a 90-10 ball," and snagged it out of the air. We'll be back in 30 seconds with a Fernando Rivera kickoff on KLKC.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKCradio.com.
Play, or rather catch, for Labette County all season long in the young season. About a 28, 30-yard pass from Wyrick to Heston for a touchdown. Rivera made the extra point, and Fernando set to kick it off here. He'll run up to the pigskin and boot it away. High kick, rainbows into the arms of the Purple Dragon at the 27. He'll be shoved to the ground. A tackle made by just his arms by Brendan Harlan. Great play by Harlan. He didn't even tackle him. He tackled him by, like, looking at him.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
That was incredible.
I mean, whatever gets the job done. I mean, you get it done. Labette County able to manage, put some points on the board after an absurd, filthy catch by Barrett Heston. Good ball by Wyrick to put it to where only Barrett could go up and get it too, by the way. So Dragons just going to try to, run the clock out here. Handoff, big 28 for the Dragons here. A big gain here, push out of bounds by Nash. That's going to be number, I believe that is Malcolm Riley on the carry. Sorry, Jack. Got caught talking there. I'll let you chime in now.
35 seconds left in the second quarter, so Labette County trying to hold on to every ounce left in the vial that is momentum before the halftime siren rings here in Pittsburgh. And you'd rather end on the Barrett Heston catch and a defensive stop than the Heston catch and a touchdown given up. Pittsburgh in one play already down to the Labette County 34-yard line. Two receivers right. Nicholson's going to keep it.
Oh, there's a chair route.
He's going to throw across his body to the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Profit, the receiver, as Deontay Fields is beating himself up over there. He's had such a good season, and he was visibly kind of disappointed with himself on that play.
I believe he's the corner over there. He does a nice job of getting back into the play. Good communication over there. Maybe a little bit late to it. he just gets caught looking at the ball, backpedaling back. He needs to turn his hips and run with it. Keep his head on the ball, but turn his hips and go with it. Always be deep. A line drive there. It's going to sneak through there.
42-7 Pittsburgh, 27 seconds, second quarter, as 14 points have been scored by both these teams combined within the last about minute of play. So Labette County, well, we'll see. Can they churn it down there in 20 seconds? We're about to find out. 30 seconds, KLKC.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed in high speed.
Responded to Labette County's most momentous 30 by Labette County. Falling forward to the 35-yard line is the return man, Caleb Jarman.
Better looking catch there. This one able to, securely be caught in his chest. Didn't slip or anything. Sorry, I saw jokes with Jarman. I don't know why, he's the one that's always on the recipient end of it, but Labette County manages to put some points up on the board here. You're down 42-7.
2 timeouts.
Just going to take a knee here, going to half, it looks like.
They are in that formation. Wyrick takes the snap and puts his knee on the turf at the 10-yard line, or 30-yard line rather, and Labette County will not have to snap it again. So, at halftime, your score will be Pittsburgh 42, Labette County 7. Again, Labette County, they did many good things that eventually led up to a touchdown pass that was on, of all plays, 4th down and 18. With about 50 seconds or so, I forget, left in the half, Wyrick throws to Heston for the touchdown. Both teams run to the locker room here on homecoming night at Pittsburgh. Labette County, things are looking grim, but they will make adjustments and give it their best effort here when we start the third quarter. Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show is going to start in 5 minutes, if we can do it, Amanda, here on KLKC.
field. Got stopped on third down on a post ball. It was incomplete, just out of the reach of Bates. The next play, they threw a fade ball one-on-one on the outside to Barrett Heston, working against, I believe it was Jones, who I believe was covering him. And it was a 90-10 ball if it's Barrett Heston out there, but he made one of the most unbelievable catches I think you'll see in this area for a long time. Tips it to himself mid-air, falls back, is able to make the grab, gets up, spikes it, draws a penalty, but besides the point, Grizzlies found their way on the board. And overall, they weren't really moving the ball decently there halfway through the first all the way up to the halftime. It was just, those first 7 to 8 minutes where they really, put themselves in a big hole. So, now we end up with the score 42-7.
They slowly, I don't know if they just got more comfortable or maybe I'm just overthinking it and maybe just the plays got better or the effort was better. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But it felt like Labette County progressively got a little bit better throughout that half, and I get it. It's 42-7. But Jamal, there wasn't much early. The interception took place. Pittsburgh jumped out to what felt like a 21-0 lead, or what was a 21-0 lead, but what felt like very, very quick. And Labette County was just kind of taken aback a little bit, and Jamal didn't have anywhere to go. This is a run-first offense. At least that's the identity they've taken the first 3 weeks. And then he slowly was gaining maybe 2 or 3 or 4 yards even. And even on the plays where he was stopped for no gain, it still felt like there was a hole to be missed. So things got better, and then Wyrick got more comfortable. I saw a lot of positive things take place on play action. And we have to realize the quality of opponent Labette County's playing tonight. Very, very good Pittsburgh team. Senior laden down the backbone of their team. Good players, big school, big bodies. And I feel like we've held our own in each facet of the game. Camden Goods made good tackles. Jamal's ran hard. Wyrick's thrown the ball well. The composure hasn't lacked. And I've been pleased with that for Labette County tonight.
Yeah, and it got better as the game went along, but, nothing's going to change what that scoreboard says here, Jack, as, Pittsburgh's really done a tremendous job of running their offense. Labette County, it hasn't just been pushover, really like it would have been in years past.
Yeah.
We put up more resistance, I want to say. Right?
Make the offense feel you. They feel us.
Yeah. Pittsburgh's, they've done what they've wanted, really. I mean, got a couple, deep balls over there or misplayed the ball and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Breakaway from a big back and Mitchell, and I believe there's another back as well in there that had a nice touchdown run as well.
Good team.
But outside of that, Labette County's been matching them physically up front. So far, it's hard to kind of, say this stuff when you're down 35 points, but from what we've seen, it hasn't just been totally one-sided. In Pittsburgh's favor for sure, yeah. But Labette County's, they've done some nice jobs. They're able to build on that in the second half, and come out firing on all cylinders. They crawl their way back into this thing.
A way to put it is, the fact that we're seeing this resistance, this presence, this hope, this positiveness, the things that we're discussing here as part of the Eye Care Associates halftime show, they're the remnants of what I feel like could spill over into conference play and lead to 3 or 4 wins. That is what I feel like we're seeing last week against Winfield, when it feels like we handed it away in some facets, and tonight where, yes, it's 42-7, but it's like, man, there's still good aspects to this Grizzly football squad. That's where I feel like all those positive things that we have seen can result this year in 3-4 SEK League wins. Indy, Fort Scott, Coffeyville. And then give Chanute a run. I mean, in years past, yes, we fought for those signs of hope and whatnot, but I feel like it was more dominance from the other team and ownership. Whereas this year, our presence is a little bit more mighty. We seem more polished in certain areas, and that is what I feel like can lead to a different outcome this season with a few league wins.
Yeah, you're for sure guaranteed, a dogfight in 3 of those games. And hopefully, They get shoot, you're going to give them a run from them. They're the league favorites by far. They've kind of ran the SEK a little bit these past couple of years. This year's going to be really your chance if you're Labette County for it to be up to grab. Independence lost a big senior group last year. Coffeyville lost some key players as well. Fort Scott, they're down a couple guys as well. At Labette County, you're kind of clawing your way out from the bottom of that SEK there. You find yourself in an interesting spot here as we, get closer and closer to that kind of conference schedule.
This has been the front portion of the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. It was a longer halftime here in Pittsburgh. They put up 20 minutes on the clock. I'm not sure if that includes time for the players to warm up or not, but we'll start all of that with a 3-minute break. This is the Eye Care Associates halftime show. This is the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show of Labette County Grizzly football. We're on the east end zone here. They're having a game of, it looks like, on college game day with football where the fan has to throw the football into the Dr. Pepper can or whatever. Very similar down there, where it looks like some little kids are down there trying to throw the pigskin through a small hole, kind of like a cornhole board, if you will. And some future athletes down there giving the old pigskin a toss. Halftime score, Pittsburgh 42, Labette County 7. 3 minutes until the start of the second half. A few halftime scores again: Fort Scott 14, Independence 8, Santa Fe Trail 6, Iola 0, Girard 20, Baxter Springs 3, and Parsons Can't tell what quarter it is, but Parsons trails KC Christian Prep 13-8. We'll see if there's any other scores from nearby. Chanute 21, McPherson 7. Frontenac 34, Riverton 8. Wellington, the team next week that Labette County will host, they have 21. Clearwater has 14. Labette County is going to host Wellington next week, a team that historically dating back to the Easton Dean age have been good contests against Wellington, both at home, on the road. They maybe even more so on the road we seem to play Wellington tougher. But Labette County is going to get a crack at, I believe, the Crusaders is what they are called, at home at Lucas Field next Friday. But we have a whole half to finish here at Pittsburgh.
Yeah, as I've got focused in, he almost made it there. Yeah, but Labette County's got to play here. They got to finish this half out strong, right? You got to, improve on what you showed in the first half, which wasn't your best effort. It wasn't your best game. Coming into this, you needed to have played your best football for 4 quarters to have a chance of coming out and winning this one. Right now, the odds are stacked against you, Jack. There's no other way to put it. Got some momentum, a little bit, a fringe, of momentum heading in here to the second half. Got to kind of hope, snowball effect takes place here, Little snowballs can turn into an avalanche, and you can maybe find your way back into this one, but it's going to be really hard. It's going to be really difficult. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah, in Labette County, it's one of those deals also where in the first half, at least visibly, no injuries. And that will be key with Labette County moving forward because, 1, we don't want to see our players and great young men get hurt. And 2, like we've discussed, this schedule, brutal. This league, tough, but winnable. We want to be healthy, full strength, learn, grow, mature over these first 4 games, maybe beat Wellington at home next week. I think that we can win that one for sure. And then interleague play, where I think this Labette County team, much improved, just looks a little bit better in a lot of areas. I think they can make their presence felt within the confines of the SEK. But tonight, let's get better here in this second half as a football team and learn some things about ourselves. Clock melts to 0 seconds. I'm assuming kickoff will be, we'll see if they put any time left. They do. They put 3 minutes up. So let's take a 2-minute break. This has been the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. Second half next on KLKC.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
as he has both hands on his hips, staring forward to the east, looking at the Pittsburgh receivers soon-to-be of his kickoff. Pittsburgh will open up the game moving left to right. Do we see an onside kick?
I don't know. Are we assuming Fernando understands, where to put the ball, that sort of? I mean, I assume they practiced it. So, I mean, I'm not going to.
Sure. We're sitting next to Pittsburgh's coaching staff, and right after I just said, do we see an onside kick, I heard one of them say the word onside. I don't know what the coach said, but I heard him say the word onside, Pittsburgh's coach. So if I just blew Coach Price's plans and now Pittsburgh's ready for the onside, that's on me. I kind of hope we kick it deep now.
Well, as good as Fernando's been kicking off, I don't think it's going to matter too much if they know it's coming or not.
As the referee hands Fernando the football, and he'll use both hands to properly place the ball on the tee for his liking, turn around, put his heel up to the ball, and take his steps to the west. Second half about to be underway, 42-7 Pittsburgh in front, 12 minutes on the clock. Labette County's student section that traveled, lacing the front row of the visiting bleachers across from us. And it's going to be a full-on boot from Fernando. Good kick. Pittsburgh runs up to catch it at the 22. Running start, bleeding out to the right. Grizzlies clipping at the heels. 2 flags fly. And the Dragon runs out of bounds, more so tossed out. In there, Bradley Black, Camden Good, Jamal Jackson.
Fields does a nice job of holding that edge. Last week we saw a return touchdown because guys, got out of their lanes. Fields doesn't, he stays in his lane there, holds the edge. As I believe it was number 2, Jones on the return, right? Unless I was looking at a different number. Either way, the Dragon returner tried to make a break to this right edge. Fields does a nice job of containing it.
As Labette County does have a new addition to the football team, I believe last week was on the squad too, Maddox Dewey. He's going to be wearing number 2 for Labette County. Maddox Dewey, I'll tell you, goes to the same church as I do, and we play basketball sometimes, and very good three-point shooter in basketball, and good athlete is my point. And he's already made a play here tonight, as I believe we mislabeled Maddox tonight, but number 2 is Maddox Dewey. 1st and 10 Pittsburgh, give up the middle right hash, pounding forward, riding the back of the ball carrier is Roper Whitley.
Stevens got fooled there with that motion. He didn't see the give. He stayed with Nicholson, thinking he kept it, and as a result, we saw, who did we say, Peary?
Stone Peary.
Stone Peary, as a result, had a wide open hole right there on that right side to run up through. Peary's been a standout at the linebacker spot as well, making his presence felt offensively there.
1st down and 10 Pittsburgh. Ball at the 38 of their own. Second play of the third quarter about to be snapped. Another give. Up the middle. Chris Stevenson swallowing him up. Gain of 5 for Pittsburgh. Ball carrier. Peary again.
Yes, the Dragons are just going to try to keep running the ball, keep the clock moving. You're winning by 5 scores. I don't see any reason not to here. Good looking first couple plays from the Dragons. A little bit more resistance on that one, though, from the Grizzlies.
Caleb Jarman, Nolan Nash, 2 shallow safeties. Fields and Heston defending the wideouts. And it's an option. Pitch to the right. Flag flies. Tackle made. Near side. Nolan Nash. Peary the carrier again. Or pardon me, that's Ramage. But we have a hold on Pittsburgh. That's going to cause the Dragons to reverse location, and it'll be about 2nd down and 15 for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we really haven't seen too many penalties tonight. It's been a fairly clean game from both sides. I think there's been only like 2-3 holdings called so far. Now
there's been more taunting penalties.
Yeah, it's what it's felt like, more unsportsmanlike stuff than anything.
2nd down, 15, Pittsburgh with it. Chris Stevens walks up to the football, and gets ready to bend his helmet down right next to Pittsburgh's center. He does so. 4-3 front for Labette. They bring the heat. Right hand give in the backfield, making a play for Labette County. Michael Reed.
Yep, he stays home on the counter this time. Got through that line. Just swallows him up as soon as I believe his Prophet looked up. Big 6'4" was looking at him in the red letters. Or red numbers, I should say. Sorry. But yeah, Reed making another play. He's made a couple plays like that so far this year.
He's played well.
A pivotal part of that D-line rotation they got going there. Bradfield, a name we haven't said as well, eats up a lot of those blocks, bringing up his supporting guys, and Whitley and Black to get in there as well. Don't want to leave his name out of there, and of course Stevens up front.
3rd down, 19 for Pittsburgh. Finally, a 3rd down and long for the opposition tonight. We have a timeout, Pittsburgh, as Pittsburgh's coaching staff is not pleased with the players on their sideline. So Labette County causing some negative energy from Pittsburgh's side of the table. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right.
Best stretch of the game defensively for Labette County. The last few plays to start this second half. John, get ready to break down what you saw defensively on this drive after Labette County gets a 3rd down stop here. 3rd down and 19. Labette County's front 7 have been good this half. They give a run to the left. It's Peary. He's got room, closing in, swiping at his kneecaps and making it happen is Camden Good on the far side of the field near the left hash. 4th down and 8 for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, the Grizzlies there, I mean, it was a good run there by Peary, I believe his name. I could be wrong. I need to do a better job keeping track of the number. But yeah, off the left edge there and Good, making another nice tackle. Yeah, Grizzlies right there were just a beneficiary of a penalty and a big play by Reed. Kind of sent the Dragons back a little bit. Nash made a tackle over here as well, maintained it with a 7-yard gain or something like that. So benefit of a penalty and a big play by Reed is really what's getting them off the field here.
Pittsburgh's first punt of the game. Nolan Nash back to receive. He's at the 18, rolling out, eyeing down the defense's Prophet, and he'll have to kick it rugby style. And it'll stop at the 23-yard line, so about average field position for Labette County's offense to start on their first drive of the second half. We would like to thank Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Vollmer Cement Finishing, Olson Ace Hardware, Tank Connection, Commercial Bank, Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, and USD 506, all for making tonight's broadcast possible. Again, we're live on 106.7 FM, KLKC Parsons, Kansas, and on YouTube under KLKC Labette County. If you punch it in, you'll find us live at the top of your page. 8:30, third quarter, 42-7 Pittsburgh. Wyrick onto the field for the first time. Grabs the football, fakes, gets a lineman to bite, finds Jackson with room, whizzes his way to the 28, rolls like a hot dog at a gas station to the 30.
Good play by Wyrick. Pump fakes, gets the defender in there. I love that there from Wyrick. That's one of those plays like, yes, you know, like, that's instinctual too. No one coaches you to do that.
Right. He reacted.
Yeah. That's what you love to see out of your young sophomore quarterback there. And manages to find a way to get, swing it sidearm over to Jackson as well. Good play for the Grizzlies coming out in the second half.
2nd down, 4. Again, Labette County for a visual in their road white uniforms, tops and bottoms, red helmets with gold and red dashed throughout. Wyrick with confidence, play action, rolls out right, steps up into an informal pocket. He might be sacked, he is, but a flag flies as 20 yards from where Wyrick was sacked on the near side, Wyatt Kepley and Mason Hoppus were doing a little jig with Stone Peary, and a flag flew. I mean, the play was on the opposite side of the field, and then you see two players for Labette and Stone Peary, and then a flag flies.
That's just a dumb penalty on Labette County. I don't know what else to say there. It's a rollout right, so initially, or not even, it's play action to the right side, so you know initially nothing's going to happen on that left side.
No, it's on Labette County, but that was just kind of a funny visual to witness as Hoppus and Kepley just got kind of hung up in a rodeo with Stone Peary. So after that penalty, I believe it was just a hold.
I don't even know how Hoppus ended up over. He's the center. I don't know what he's doing all the way over there on that left number, left hash.
It'll be 2nd and 14, 7:45 third quarter. Labette down 35 on the road. Snap, another pass, caught. Bates bites left, goes right, has room to the 25. He's really good at yards after catch, and it'll be 3rd and manageable for a now pass-first Labette County team.
Yeah, he's very shifty when he gets the ball in his hands. Doesn't take a whole lot for him to be able to, change, his direction, due to his size and stuff and his speed. And he bounces off a lot of tackles. I don't know if it's his pad level or what, but that's something I've really noticed. He bounces off a lot of guys.
Line to gain is the 34. Wyrick hit as he throws, hit the ground. I don't think it was picked.
Don't you call that an interception?
They're acting like it's a catch.
Oh, my goodness. This no. It could be, Jack. I don't know. But
roughing the passer on Pittsburgh. Roughing the passer on Pittsburgh. 15 yards, first down, Labette County. A flag away from the supposed catch by Pittsburgh. I did not think that was caught in any way of the word, but I don't think it matters. That was roughing the passer. Based on his motion, yes.
First down Labette County here. They're going to get bailed out by, just undisciplined Pittsburgh pass rush.
I don't think that was a catch. And the judge at midfield made the call.
Yeah, he came in running all excited, too. And I was like, okay, bud, I don't even know if we saw a good angle there. I'm going to stop harping on him, though. But
I mean, that visual is accurate. So, first down and 10, Grizzlies with it. Right hash, near the purple P at midfield. Another pass, another catch. Heston midfield, stays on his feet. 42 of Pittsburgh. Labette County looking comfortable on their first drive of the third quarter.
Yep, come back to the RPO. Had success early on against Winfield with it last week. Set up the, touchdown by Jamal Jackson early on. Tried to do so earlier, got tipped. This time got through to Barrett Heston.
2 left, 2 right. Jackson yet to carry in the second. He'll get it this time. Pittsburgh maybe not quite ready. Good run for Jamal. Gain of 9 for Labette County's number 24.
Yeah, they're moving against this Pittsburgh, defense that was so stout there in that first half. I know they're up a lot. I don't want to think they've made, changes, but Labette County's executing right now. That's the bottom one. They look vastly improved.
Not just this offensive drive, but the opening defensive stop.
Yeah,
really put it on the Purple Dragons defensively. 2nd and 1. Wyrick, hard count, no one bites. Line to gain is the 32. 6:08, clock dripping away. Just like ice cream on this hot evening in Pittsburgh. Jackson gets the first hit, dumped at the 30, but first down, Grizzlies. Good job up front by Labette County's offensive line to do enough to get the first.
There's a white jersey on the ground, Jack.
Now rising to his feet, the unidentified Grizzly. That was Jamal, slow to get up, correct?
Yeah, I think he's okay here.
As Bradley Black, Cole Stevens, and Dylan Johnson come in to kind of stack the offensive line healthy on this play. You have Cole Stevens and Black on the right side of the line. Wyrick takes the snap, gives it to Jackson on that strong side. He has room, a lot of room inside the red zone. Teeter-totters the sideline all the way down. They're going to mark him out inside the 10-yard line. First and goal, Labette County looking polished in the second half.
Yeah, when they bring in Johnson, they're able to keep another lineman over on that left side, allowing them to pull Hayward, which we saw there. And Jackson followed him through. Nice block by Stevens as well.
Wyrick, belt high snap. Jackson again. Flag flies. Not much for Jamal, but a flag by the white hat in the backfield near the 23-yard line. Ineligible man down.
You can't call that one there because it's a run play.
Isn't that ineligible man downfield? Or was that 12 men on the field?
It may be 12 men.
The
it is 12 men. It is 12 men. There's 12 guys on the field. Okay.
The motions look similar, don't they? Or ineligible man downfield is just one hand on the head. 12 men on the field is both hands on the head.
Jack, I'm not going to lie. I'm not an official. And
just
off the top of my head, I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah, there you go. See, you should have just agreed with me.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. First and goal now, Labette County threatening Jamal with blockers in front into the end zone. Touchdown, Labette County. Great play there by Labette County's coaching staff, and the offensive line executed perfectly.
Very efficient drive from Labette County coming out. Everything went well. No penalties. I don't believe there's – actually, no, there was the penalty. They had Hoppus and his buddy down there ganging up on Peary. But outside of that, no penalties, no drive-killing mistakes. Nice job there from the Grizzlies to put some more points on the board.
Rivera trying to go 2 for 2 on the extra point. 5:30, third quarter. Good drive by Labette. Bad snap. Bates has to bail, has to throw, incomplete. As that's the first poor execution on an extra point we've seen really from Labette County all season. They've been seamless in that department, but that will freeze the score at Pittsburgh 42, Labette County 13. 5:32 third quarter. Great open to the second half for Labette County. Back in a minute on KLKC.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Nolan Nash kicking for Labette County this time. Ball offset to the left of where it usually is. Might be an onside here. Nash, Rivera on the sideline. It's a squib. It's an open plane. Fumbled by Pittsburgh. Ball's on the deck. Ball's on the deck. Labette County says they have it. You betcha. Labette County has recovered a squib / onside kick. Over there on the far side for Labette County is Brendan Harlan. He has made 2 huge special teams plays for Labette County. A tackle on special teams to save a good return in the first half and an onside kick, kind of a squib recovery all the way down to the 34-yard line. Brendan Harlan.
Every bounce took what it needed to take there at Harlan with the hustle. And you may not get a lot of, playing time on other facets of the ball, but man, he's made his impact felt on special teams.
I mean, he went from where the ball was teed up the 40 and recovered it at the 33.
Like
Harlan Globetrotter.
Goodness gracious.
That's a good nickname. That's a good nickname. Brendan the Harlan Globetrotter. First and 10 Labette County. Ball on the right hash. Now can they go back to back? Wyrick.
Be huge if they can.
Wyrick with Jackson behind him. It's 42-13 Pitt. 5:30 third quarter. Jackson eaten alive by the defensive front that time of Pittsburgh. Second down and 10. On the stop in there for Pittsburgh, Treeman Wesley, one of their captains, 6'3", 230.
Yeah, the Dragons got a nice stop there. We didn't see them make, one of those kind of plays on the last drive. Hopefully Labette County can, continue their great execution so far. Stay ahead of the chains. Right now you're behind. You got to get ahead here. 5 or 6 yards would be nice.
Ball in the heart of the field. Right to left, Labette moves. Pass, caught, middle of the field. Heston dumped shoulder first into the ground at the 25 of Pittsburgh. 3rd down and short. Or was that Camden Good? My apologies. Camden Good.
Yeah, I moved just like Barrett Heston there. I mean, I understand why you got confused in the 9. Good catch and move there by Good. Get up the field and gain of 9.
Maddox Dewey, the wide out to the left on this play. A late handoff to Jackson. Tough play for Labette County, as the flag might be on Pittsburgh here, John, because it was an awkward timing. The play was almost over, which means it might not be holding on Labette. 3rd down and 2. Is it a face mask on Pittsburgh? It is. So they've hurt themselves this half as well.
Yeah, the Dragons not doing themselves any favors here, as defense coordinator down there is fired up for sure for the Dragons, as they've not put out a good second half showing so far.
Substitutions for Labette County here. They bring on that heavier package as far as numbers go on the offensive line. Dylan Johnson, Cole Stevens, I believe Bradley Black are beefing up the right side of that line again, and they're going to go that side. Jackson with a man on his tails, and he's tackled around the socks for a gain of 1. From the backside, making the stop for the Purple Dragons was Cole Hayden, the 6'2" defensive lineman.
Unaccounted for once again, and he made another play like that earlier where no one's putting a hand on him on the backside, and as a result, he's running free into the backfield.
2nd down and 9. 3:38 third quarter, 42-13. If Labette County can pound it in, that would be back-to-back scores with Pittsburgh not scoring. The snap. Wyrick going for the home run ball, getting under it, bouncing off his chest plate, incomplete, but 2 flags fly.
Yep, this one's going to be pass interference on the Dragons over there.
The intended target, help me out, was Nolan Nash on the far side in the corner of the end zone. As he turned, jumped for it perfectly.
I don't know if it's going to be a holding or whatever. It looked like Nash had him beat, catch it on the run, like he's just going to catch it on the run. Something happened, they got tangled up, and Nash had to instead go for a jump ball, and defender fell. Did they just pick the flag up?
Are they going to pick this flag up?
Why throw it if you're going to pick it up? I don't.
You don't see that a whole lot on those pass interferences. Okay, they're going to call it here. We just never got a signal from the white hat.
Should be automatic first down, as the Grizzlies are threatening here at the 11-yard line.
So Labette County scored to open the third quarter. They kicked a squib kick, recovered it, Brendan Harlan, and now we're here. 1st and goal, 9-yard line. Jamal Jackson left side with room, follows his block, leans.
No,
touchdown,
so
Labette County.
He was in the end zone when those flags came flying. Sorry.
But a flag did fly, as it's probably going to be on Labette County this time around. Illegal hands to the face on Pittsburgh. Is this touchdown going to stand? Illegal hands to the face, Pittsburgh, declined, touchdown! Jamal Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the contest, as the penalty was on Pittsburgh, and Jamal got it into the purple painted end zone, and Coach Price declined it, and the touchdown is good. Boy, Labette County with their best 3rd quarter of the season, and it's not even close. 40, and I mean close as in their best 3rd quarter.
Gotcha, yeah.
42-19. They're going to go for 2. With 3:15 left in the 3rd quarter. A flag is on the play. Offsides on Pittsburgh. Wow. I'm not saying Labette County might come back and win it, although they very well could, but Pittsburgh is unraveling.
Yeah, this has not been that same first half team. It's been a total 180.
On both sides.
Yeah. The Grizzlies are no longer the nail, they're the hammer right now.
They give to Jackson. Doesn't even get touched. 2-point successful. High fives all around. 42-21, Labette County showing heart at Pittsburgh. 3 minutes, 3rd quarter. Back in 1 minute on KLKC.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Kraus in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKCradio.com.
Rivera is on the sideline, and Nash is going to kick another squib. Brendan Harlan recovered the last one.
Yep, you're kicking it over to Harlan again. He's got the hot hand right now.
The Globetrotter. Ball offset from the X in the middle of the 40-yard line, just to the left. Nash approaches the ball, kicks it deep, as they're just going to kind of go square with Pittsburgh on this one. Caught at the 25.
Field, stay outside.
Pittsburgh gets the edge, and the tackle's made near the 41-yard line as Fields might have got his hand pinched in between some bodies, as he looks like his hand might be in pain, but he's okay. So 1st and 10, Labette County electing to go rock'em sock'em on this defensive stand.
Those Goods kind of shaken up a little bit there, too. Two sophomore cornerbacks who have played a pivotal role in the secondary for the Grizzlies. A bit shaken up after that.
1st and 10, Pittsburgh at their own 42-yard line. Jack Leake, John Kohler with you on the call. Labette County again, 14 unanswered points here. They have forced 2 Pittsburgh turnovers. If an onside kick is considered a turnover, maybe not. 3 minutes, 10 seconds, third quarter. If they would get out of this third quarter and hold Pittsburgh, they would have outscored them 14-0 in it. Labette County flies to the ball. Chris Stevens dumps the ball handler, but not before a gain of 8. That's Stone Peary. And Labette County's going to get a 15-yard penalty here. Nolan Nash got a little extracurricular in the backfield with the Purple Dragon, Nolan Turnbull. And that's going to draw a 15-yard shot in the foot from Labette County.
I'm not sure what transpired after, but Nash couldn't believe it, but whatever it was enough to warrant a flag from that back official. Not trying to insinuate what happened or anything, just unfortunate, for the Grizzlies' sakes that occurred. As they're going to convene here and talk about it, who knows, maybe they'll pick it up.
It wasn't much. It wasn't much. Do I agree with it? Well, absolutely not. Of course I don't. But I watched the ref throw the flag, look at Nolan's jersey to see what number he was, and now they're having a summit meeting near the 45-yard line, and they're waving off the flag. They are waving off the flag. As I agree, it wasn't much. It at least wasn't enough to warrant a flag, as maybe the ref will give Nolan an explanation here. We'll see, as Nolan is playing safety here for the Grizzlies.
As I wonder what happened for it to be thrown out and then for this white hat to be like, no, that's not a flag.
It wasn't much, yeah. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for Pittsburgh. The tip of the ball is at the 48-yard line. Coach for Pittsburgh, Josh Latimer, getting an explanation from multiple officials. Pittsburgh quickly addresses the ball. 2:58 left. Line to gain, midfield for Pitt. 2nd and 3. Crouching down near the pigskin, butt of the center. Running into the ball carrier this time, Peary. He'll be shredded to the ground by 2 Grizzlies at the Labette County 40, and another late flag's going to fly.
And if this is against Pittsburgh, this has got to – Latimer is not going to be very happy if this is against Pittsburgh.
Matthew Jarman sure thinks it's on Pitt. And Pittsburgh's come unraveled a little bit as Carson Nicholson is trying to gather his players as he is emotionally expressing some body language here, the quarterback, to his teammates, as it was on Pittsburgh. Wow. And Matthew Jarman was even pointing in Pittsburgh's direction emphatically, telling me Labette County.
It's only a 5-yard penalty from that spot. Maybe they're going to mark it off.
As Jarman, to continue my point, his reaction to the flag was of excitement, of energy. Labette County can smell life. As we can hear the coaching staff next to us talking to the head coach, Josh Latimer, we could hear him say, "Josh, it's first down," as the yard marker shows 3rd down, but on the scoreboard it says first down. So it will be a first down Pittsburgh, but they did move the ball back 5 yards because the penalty was after the play was over.
Yeah, they didn't, let the sticks know over there to move ahead.
So 1st and 10 Pitt, 5 yards retracted from the end of the run by Peary. Ball at the 46-yard line of Labette County. Nicholson bends down. Wide out to the right is Meadows. We need to watch out for a pass at some point. They're going to keep it on the ground. Only a gain of a few there. Down there in the guts of the tackle, Bradley Black got up. Malcolm Riley on the carry for Pittsburgh.
Is coming on for the Dragons now to be Cooper Vaughn, a receiver. I believe he was an intended target in the end zone of Nicholson in that first half. Something to look out for if you're the Grizzlies here.
2:14 and ticking. 3rd quarter, 42-21 Pittsburgh. 2nd down and 6. Snap, Nicholson up the middle. Some room, but not a lot. Pittsburgh's coaching staff not pleased with that effort, or rather the play confusion, but it'll be first down Pittsburgh.
Yeah, when you're getting, that deep and, without being touched, on the line, I don't think it really matters too much what you're calling and where you're calling it from. Pitt County's really got to show some guts here defensively and making a concerted effort to get a stop.
We've seen multiple things take place to credit Labette County for. The crowd is out of it. We can hear the coaching staff next to us a little bit frustrated. There's been penalties on Pittsburgh, and Labette County has outscored them 14-0 in this 3rd quarter. A lot of good signs here. Delayed handoff. Nobody saw Nicholson keep it as he's going to be tackled out of bounds. It'll probably be a late flag, but the ref's going to be generous to Roper Whitley there. Big run.
Jarman may have been held on that edge by Profit. That's kind of what I was looking for. He had his arm around the back of his jersey there. Didn't know if they're going to call that or not. They don't. Good job. Well, good block, I guess, by Profit to seal that edge.
Minute 25. I'd just like to see Labette County hold Pittsburgh to close out the 3rd quarter, just so on paper it shows we held them 14-0 in the 3rd quarter.
This is frustrating if you're the Grizzlies. You come out, you execute, you do good things, score 14 points, then you come out and just Pittsburgh's just marching on you. It's just really frustrating if you're a Grizzly fan.
A give to the left. Ball carrier hit hard as a fumble or something can still happen. Malcolm Riley, the ball carrier.
He's cramping. I believe that's going to be big 75. Offensive tackle, Treeman Wesley.
As that'll give us a moment to thank some sponsors before it's 2nd down and 3 for Pittsburgh at the Labette County 14. It's 42-21 Pittsburgh. 1 minute left in the 3rd quarter. Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Tank Connection, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Gilmore, Newland, and Ray. Looks like a timeout on the field. We'll be back in 30 seconds from Pittsburgh.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Kraus in the house gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKCradio.com.
We're at 2 minutes.
42-21. Pittsburgh in front of the Grizzlies. Minute left, third quarter. Labette County outscored Pittsburgh 14-0 in this third quarter, John.
Yeah, big stop here for the Grizzlies if they can get one. You know, as we march closer and closer to the end of this ball game, Grizzlies slowly closing that gap.
Pittsburgh will have it, second down and 3, deep in Labette County's territory. The snap, the give.